Hungary, the one country with the most unique foreign policy. For you see, even though they're completely economically dependent on the European Union, they consciously choose to be a giant pain in the assholes. But even before that, when they were a part of the Soviet bloc and were completely economically dependent on the Soviet Union, they were such pain in the assholes, the Soviets had to invade them. Even when they were part of the Axis and were completely economically dependent on the Germans, they were such pain in the assholes. The Nazis thought, we should coup these guys before they do something stupid. But before all of this, there was Austria. That's right, today we're playing as Hungary. Now listen up here, boy, you better clench your butt cheeks, for I have already chosen my foreign policy. You're gonna love it. But the real question is, can we add a squirt of lemon to the Metternich system? Establish our very own international organization so others can be economically dependent on us? Or is pardoning pedophiles and running away from all male parties the only thing we're actually good for? Let's find out. Now we start the game as a crown land, ruled by our Palatine, Joseph von Habsburg-Lothringen. Hey, wait a minute, our landlords are economic liberals, which means we can go to laissez-faire as soon as we get rid of serfdom and the guild system. And everyone approves of homesteading. Now I guess I have to explain the unique minorialism, serfdom. I'm gonna be honest, I hate it, because it uses peasants to increase your construction efficiency. What kind of a degenerate pervert would force serfs to work? Could someone please think of the children? Also, have you seen the meat prices lately? They're enough to radicalize a man. Radicalize, I tell you. Anyway, off to requesting random things that the Austrians will simply never give us. Hey, wait a minute. They rejected my knowledge sharing and they started knowledge sharing. Amazing. And the landlords demand free trade. How about we propaganda communism instead? Next up, communist propaganda. What could possibly go wrong? We also have the Hungarian Revolution. That's new and exciting. Let's get to laissez-faire. The communists are gonna love it. And it's time for us to establish our very first company, the Great Hungarian Plain Metal Syndicate, which is a great name for a heavy metal band. Fuck yeah. And it's time for us to establish our second company, the Hungarian Metalworks Syndicate. These names are great. Oh no, the evil Austrians are trampling all over our sovereignty by dragging us into a massive conflict. Okay, but now the real question, can I just Brexit my way out of this? If I abolish the monarchy, I'll just kick them out and be independent. I mean, I'm not much of a radical, but have you seen the engine prices lately? It's enough to radicalize you against our leaders. That's how I feel anyway. Radicalized. And we also have a 72% chance to increase our autonomy. Fuck yeah. And now we are ruled by our Kaiser, Ferdinand von Habsburg-Lothringen. Lothringen. Hey, wait a minute. Trial of Kaiser Ferdinand? That's right. The radical government has imprisoned Kaiser Ferdinand and hastily organized a trial. The expected outcome is a guilty verdict followed by a public execution. Ah man, this is a pretty radical Brexit strategy. But you know what? What could possibly go wrong? Guilty! I promise to be a pain in the assholes, and this isn't a democracy. I always keep my promises. And there you go, we're now a parliamentary republic, and we are ruled by our chancellor, Lajos Varsany. I can't believe it, I actually miss the Austrian names. And just like that, we're independent in 1845. That's a world record. We can also exit this unjust war. We have bigger problems, as we don't have access to the world market. Listen up guys, there are no shortages in the Hungarian market. I mean, how do you even make fish? It's Austrian propaganda, ignore it. And there you go guys, the event which proves that the game developers have not intended for a Brexit scenario. I mean, this doesn't describe the events at all, and we don't have the option to stay as a parliamentary republic. So either we invite some foreign king or get a president. But it's fine, let's get to the tax reform. Alright, now I don't know about the revolutionary events in Belgium, but have you seen the sugar prices? I feel radicalized. Radicalized, I tell you. Springtime of the peoples, alright, I have to support the radicals. Have you seen the gun prices lately? I feel radicalized. Radicalized, I tell you. We increased taxes. Oh boy, this definitely radicalized some people. Alright, that's it. Universal suffrage. It's the only way to lower cannon prices. Personally, I believe if a father and son can't play with a cannon at reasonable prices, this country has gone to shit. A new constitution? Alright, you guys know what they say. Liberté, low price, radicalize. Let's get into it. And now we have to create our very own international organization, boats. That's right, I actually know what boats are. I'm so good at boats, my family is practically boat-shaped. You know what I mean? I know what boats are, guys. Promise. Red Spring, we have to deal with a counter-revolution, but it's fine. These guys have no idea what boats are or what they do. Unlike me, of course. Boats. If you guys know what I'm saying. And we have our first elections. The rural folk in the opposition party managed to win, which means we have a brand new president, Petre Huska. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Why is the opposition party made of the petite bourgeoisie and intelligentsia, whilst the winners of the last elections, the rural folk, are in the National Farmers Party with only 3% of the vote, even though they won the elections? I get it. You're new to this democracy thing and you have no idea how it works. It's alright guys, we've all been there. I remember my first time with boats. I was like, wow, what is a boat and how am I supposed to use it? But you know, that's how democracy works, guys. Promise. And we're almost done with the Hungarian Revolution. We just have to take the decision to find Budapest. I'm sorry guys, I'm just not very good at geography. I'll find it at some point. Alright, now we have a National Guard and freedom of conscience. Also, the Austrians are falling apart. Hilarious. Alright, now I know this whole democracy thing confuses most of you, but that's alright guys, I'll teach you everything you need to know, quick and easy. Honestly, we have to improve our bureaucracy, I just can't keep up with the reforms. We can also designate Buda as our capital, this will definitely help us find Pest, probably. Austria declares me a rival, you absolute bastards. Listen here boy, I killed your father, I'll come for you too. Look at the reforms go. And there goes Croatia. Ah man, and here I was thinking Austria was out of the boat. What? You guys don't know what a boat is? Hilarious. And now we have to enact protectionism. Have you seen our markets lately? They were completely ravaged by these evil Austrians. But this will definitely fix it. Oh boy, just look at the time. It's dismantling Ottoman's o'clock. My favorite. It's time for us to get Dobruja. And our Republican brothers in the United States are gonna bring in the boats. I'm sure of it. Also, we're gonna have to take Moldavia as well. Otherwise, the borders would look hideous. Alright guys, we might be losing the fight because we don't have guns or bullets, but we managed to build a cannon factory. That's right, it's time for affordable cannons. What can I say guys? Democracy is the boat. War with Bulgaria? What the heck? Oh I see, the Russians liberated them, so now we have to fight them as well. Well that means peace with the Ottomans, and we have to clean up the rest. A quick and easy invasion later, we finally have access to the Schwarzes Meer, a massive body of water. Amazing! If only there was a way for us to cross it. No, that's crazy talk. It's impossible. It's elections time. Is it even relevant who wins the elections in our state of democracy? Who knows? And we finally have protectionism, which will certainly fix our economy. And it's time for racism simple. Everyone's favorite racism. And just look at protectionism do its magic. Wow! What can I say guys? Protectionism is the boat. The opposition party managed to win, and we have a brand new president, Ferenek Alexei, I think. I'm not really sure. But that's part of democracy guys, don't think about it. And now we no longer discriminate against Romanians and Bulgarians, which are quite a good chunk of our country. Anyway, I want my parliamentary republic, thank you very much. And I just now noticed, if I use enlistment efforts in 2 of my provinces, I can finally click the button and complete the Hungarian Revolution. I'm pretty sure I could have done that a decade ago. Whoops. Oh no wait, I still have to find Budapest. Yeah, that makes sense. Haha. I'm sorry guys, I keep looking, I can't find it. I don't think that's a thing. Wait a minute, is this it? Budapest Unification Law. I think I just need modern sewage. Honestly, I was hoping I can get communism before that, but that's alright. The Americans are offering a defensive pact. Alright, Republican brothers, to destroy these evil monarchists. I don't want to pay you though. Is that cool? Stop calling me a freeloader, god damn it. I'm sure we'll think of something at some point. Democracy complicated. Alright, and now we have a brand new chancellor, Petre Hauska, again. Now I've said this before, and I still mean it. I truly believe that the more information your average person gets, the more confused they become.
I couldn't wait to expose the bad guys. Are white, liberal women. We know a lot of them are real vampires, not just here, but also in Europe.
Holy smokes, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Alex Jones.
Remember guys, as long as you have freedom of speech, you will always have freedom of consequence. So go out there and say some random things. Now obviously we have to get rid of all religious authorities from the government, because they're all vampires. Literally. Alright guys, I'm sorry, but I have to break the fourth wall for a little bit. As you're probably aware, last video it was all about Bulgaria, and because their unique company was the tobacco company, I made a couple of tobacco jokes. But since then, YouTube has updated their medical misinformation guidelines. Apparently, people are spreading lies about tobacco and nicotine. Listen, if this channel disappears, basma tobacco, it's that good. Anyway, I gave transit rights to Serbia and Wallachia because we're the good guys. Poor bastards, they probably don't even know what boats are. Alright guys, I'm announcing a special military operation in Wallachia. Are we the good guys or what? 3 days, quick and easy, just like total separation. Remember guys, I would never advocate for violence. Instead, I show propaganda justifications for violence without providing proof or evidence to support my claims, allowing you to connect the dots. Anyway, we should get a proper police force, just in case. Victory in Wallachia, and we're also getting an anti-British lobby. Sure. Oh no, they're still part of the Russian faction, but they are a democratic republic, so I guess it's a win. And we signed a peace treaty, you gotta love them. A democratic revolt in Austria, of course I'll help you, but not for an obligation. Become my protectorate, please. Alright, you guys keep saying stuff like, we have to uphold democracy all over the world, no matter the cost. And you know what? I agree with you, but we should put it to the vote, just in case. Ah man, they started fighting, but the elections aren't over yet. Unfortunate. Alright, you guys keep saying stuff like, our government is super racist, and you know what? I agree. I don't believe we should judge people based off their skin color. We should judge people based off their culture. Now, just like most of you, I also do not understand foreign cultures, but that's not gonna stop me from judging them. Alright then, we have no choice. We have to join with Wallachia. As a democratic republic, the monarchist Russians are unwilling to help them, even though they're part of their own faction. Which means I have no choice. I have to invade them. I have no choice, guys. Promise. The National Farmers Party managed to win, and we have a brand new chancellor, Lazarus Katshut, a petite bourgeoisie guy, part of the opposition party, who lost the elections. What? Of course that's how democracy is supposed to work. For you see, it's because of the wartime and the boats. So the petite bourgeoisie guys get to have the presidency this time. Alright, I'm gonna quote Trucker Carlson. I'm not making any of this stuff up. And of course, all the Wallachians agree with our democracy. Listen guys, I don't wanna brag or anything, but I definitely managed to find Budapest. Alright, this does mean that we managed to complete the Hungarian Revolution and get the I Feel Hungry achievement. If that doesn't prove I know how to run a democracy, nothing will. Also, the Austrian radicals are really holding up there. I'm starting to regret that I didn't join. Unfortunate. And America wants a trade agreement. Alright, how about we get a defensive pact? Damn it, I guess the negotiations will have to continue. I'm sorry guys, democracy can be rather slow at times, but it definitely works as intended. Promise. In the meantime, we're going to discriminate against people of other cultures, as long as these people are not white. Not because we're racist or anything, but because it's more convenient to judge them at a glance. Yeah, it's a convenience thing. And we're the 7th great power. There you go guys, the proof that my brand of racism works. What more evidence do you want? What? No, stop asking me about economic data and stuff like that. That doesn't prove anything. The National Farmers Party managed to win, and we have a brand new chancellor, Petre Hautska. Again, the Heavenly Kingdom, when did that happen? Now obviously, we can make a lot of money by getting into the Chinese market. Unfortunately, they're evil authoritarians, and I would never support authoritarianism.
Once I establish my theocracy, I will throw you in my dungeon and let you rot for eternity.
It's gross. Alright Britain, I'll help you destroy these godless bastards for a price. Alright Britain, go get them. I'm coming to help. I just need to raise my military spending to 5% of GDP. Give me a minute. Obviously we have to increase our construction sectors. We don't want to give too much power to the military. That will be destabilizing for our democracy. So give me a minute Britain. Oh boy, now that's militarization. And just look at our GDP go. Incredible. Socialism? That's right guys, it's time for the Communist Manifesto. And we have a 95% chance to get Karl Marx right on time. I mean, these evil imperialist bastards were about to force us into a grueling war of attrition. And for what? For 24,000 buccarinos? That's not even a dent in the budget deficit. Remember guys, if you find yourself in a situation where your government is spending more than the EU EU recommended 3% deficit, spam cow farms, farming, the honest man's work. Also, we get precision tools. We're also the second largest producers in the world. The National Farmer Party managed to win. And we have a brand new chancellor, Joseph Zell. And the industrialists demand a private healthcare system. You know what? It's not the best, but we should definitely give it a shot. We're also the fourth great power. Our economy is as big as France. I told you farming works. An amazing healthcare, if you pay for it. I mean, if you don't, anyway. And we can also make steel profitable. I think we're gonna need some more glass. Jesus, we're gonna need a lot more glass. And we can finally sign a trade agreement with the Americans. What can I say, guys? Democracy. It just works. The National Farmers Party managed to win again. Now listen, guys, I wouldn't really put much stock in this democracy thing, for you see, we have Karl Marx, and soon he shall start a brand new political movement which will change everything. Also, we're starting to build some real boats. Alright, listen up, guys, we're gonna speed up the whole communism thing by enacting anti-strike laws. This will give more power to the trade unions, but it will also attract more people to the communist movement, which doesn't exist yet. Now our GDP is growing very fast. Unfortunately, we're starting to run out of people. That's not good. Luckily for us, Austria has finally broken off the Holy Alliance, which means we can ally the Prussians and commence liberation. Oh no, a massive world war. Listen up, guys, this is all because of the evil bourgeoisie scum who do not value the proletariat as people, but only look upon us as tools to be used for their means. Now I'm not advocating for violence or anything, which means I'm the good guy. I'm just saying changes will have to be made. Also, some of the rich and powerful are literal vampires, even though I have no evidence to prove it. However, they don't need evidence to suck your blood, which means you too must disregard your need for evidence and seize the means of production so we can save ourselves from these literal demons from hell. And we of course managed to liberate Ukraine, Bohemia and Croatia. Naturally, we have to start investing in them so they can join our international organization and make sure that they're economically dependent on us. That's right, this isn't economic exploitation because we don't have the manpower for more logging camps. That would be preposterous. Anti-strike laws, exactly what communism needed. Ah crap, the logging camps in Ukraine are not profitable because they need tools and can't actually use the logs. But once we make a comprehensive trade deal, ho boy, what can I say, guys? I'm the type of man who lifts people up. We definitely need free trade if we are to dominate the world market, and Serbia is willing to get in the boat. And just look at the great Hungarian plain metal syndicate, the third most profitable company on the planet. Incredible reason for us to overthrow the evil capitalist pig dogs, obviously. And Croatia is ready to have profitable logging camps, which are the majority of their economy. Don't think about it. Legislative failure? Crap. Unfortunately, we don't have access to any laws I'm interested in just yet. But Bohemia is definitely interested to hop in on board. And of course, once Ukraine joins us, we have plenty of wood. Now that's the economic development I was looking for. And we're also going to start investing in Japan. Hopefully we can get them in our power block for once. We're also going to subjugate Sardinia Piedmont, dragging us into yet another military conflict against Austria, proving we need hardcore communism. Now I know some of you are doubting my methods. However, do you remember Lord of the Rings? One of the greatest pieces of culture Western civilization has ever created. And then, based conservative Jeff Bezos bought the rights and created the most woke show on the planet, which cost him like $1 billion per episode, in order to prove that woke leftists are destroying culture. It was so effective, he even did it twice. Now I'm not sure why, but it definitely works. Just like our brand new chancellor, Gabor Barros, who is definitely not Jeff Bezos with a wig, attempting to push for communism. That would be preposterous. And this isn't some crazy bizarro world, this is real life. Our first mandate, oh boy, I never thought I would reach this far. It's time for foreign investment, so we can increase our economic leverage. And we have managed to liberate yet another democracy. We should definitely get into the Swiss market as well. And just look at the Japanese GDP. Oh boy, I got you now. Now I know what you guys are thinking. What happened to the famous Hungary-Turkey Republic? We definitely need the Ottomans for that, and they back down. See that? They agree. Nice. I mean, the borders are a bit disgusting, but oh no, the Egyptians are invading Iraq. Not on my watch. Another grueling, disgusting war. I mean, it was easy and it fixed the borders, but we definitely need communism. And we also have to invite the Swiss. Wait a minute, their civil war just ended. God damn it. This This is definitely not the communism I was looking for. Another radical revolt in Austria, but we can't help them because we have a truce. Hand-cracked machine guns. Oh, come on. That makes it even worse. The Germans are also pummeling the French, just like the National Farmers Party is pummeling everyone else. At least we have lots of parties. But come on, Carl. What's the hold up? Stop complaining about not having anything to eat. Were you expecting some rich bloke to bankroll your entire career? That would be preposterous. Now we do have the foreign investment pillar, which increases our economic leverage. But even though we own half of the Japanese economy, we still can't get them in our power block. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's possible. By the way, we're the largest exporter economy, which means we're too big to fail. Remember guys, if you have spare cash lying around, do not invest them in cryptocurrencies or NFTs. Instead, find the biggest exporter economy and invest them there. It's the only logical choice. Promise. Alright guys, we destroyed Austria-Hungary. Now it's time for us to destroy Austria-Austria. It bothers me on a deep spiritual level. They back down. Hilarious. Oh no, we're getting dragged into the German-Danish conflict against our will. That's so bad. I mean, just look at this documentary of evil vampire Germans doing evil vampire German things. Gross. If only we had a socialist republic which would keep us safe from evil vampires. That would be so much better. But the real question is, what happened to Karl Marx? What do you mean? He looked at the economy and said, I was wrong this entire time, and then left. That would be preposterous. Now we're going to form a brand new left-wing government because we're speedrunning economic collapse, and I would like us to slow down a little bit. And just look at the Paris defenders defending themselves, most certainly, yeah. Anyway, we managed to protect Denmark from, you know what? Never mind. The National Farmers Party managed to win, and the trade unions joined them. Taxing the rich, the only way to fix the economy. What? Yes, of course that's the only way. Listen guys, you might not know this, because there's like evil vampires that constantly destroy important information. But when Karl Marx said, oh, the economy looks fine, I was wrong this entire time, he was actually brainwashed by the vampires. So, we need a cancel republic, obviously. Now I know you guys keep suggesting stuff like we should expose every politician to sunlight and double check to see who's a vampire and who isn't. This will never work, okay? Communism is the only logical choice. Wait a minute, the Two Sicilies is declaring war for Italian leadership. Not on my watch. Italy belongs to me. Permanently. That's quite the coalition, but I'm gonna be honest, Mexico's not gonna stop me. Legislative failure. Now I know you guys are thinking something like, oh no, this is a vampire victory, but the MZTP managed to win. God, I miss the Austrian names. And we have a brand new chancellor, Victor Seger, who definitely doesn't look like an evil vampire man. Promise. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Wait a minute, if the evil vampires have hold over the healthcare system, they're clearly collecting blood so they can drink it instead of curing the patients. You're goddamn right. It's time for a public health insurance. The only man who can touch the blood is our chancellor, Victor Seger. With Greece out of the way, we just have to invade the Two Sicilies and ensure a friendly Italy. Oh no, the German Federation is trying to form proper Germany, and we're allied to them, so I can't stop them. They're offering Benin. I guess that's a something, but they're gonna take Bohemia. That's not good. The Two Sicilies surrendered, and it's time for Company 3, allowing us to get super evil capitalistic company, the Great Hungarian Plain Premium Munitions. Well, there goes Bohemia. At least we can have all the blood we want now. I mean, for the patients. Anyway, it's time for a cancel republic. This time for Rio. And we can also establish the Hungarian Motor Inc. Galicia is also ready to join and take their rightful place as the wheat farm of the faction. It's not as glamorous as the money-grabbing guy of the faction, but that's my job. As a socialist person, I simply love to discriminate people based on their jobs. Speaking of jobs, I definitely don't need any more, but there's a quick and easy solution: technology, which will replace so many workers, giving us a massive unemployment of 270,000 people. The evil capitalist pig dogs would never think of something like that, and the MZTP managed to crush the elections. Also, look at that investment. Jesus. We simply have to max out all of our construction, and we can lower the Ottoman autonomy, allowing us to abolish their monarchy. Hungary-Turkey will become a thing soon. But before that, socialism. Chairman Victor Seger will certainly start the communist movement at some point, probably. But in the meantime, re-education concentration camps for kids. Everyone, welcome to the Hungary-Turkey SSR. Now I know what you guys are thinking. With the children out of the workforce, won't that create a massive labor shortage in the coal mines? But there's a quick and easy solution. Women! So much better than children. Our exporter economy is looking pretty good. Also, the Great Hungarian Plain Metal Syndicate is the most profitable company on the planet. Now that's the socialism I was talking about. Women's suffrage. Now this might lower our birth rate, but look on the bright side. You can finally touch a woman in the coal mines whilst bumping into them accidentally. Ah man, this will make me sound so lame, but that's one of my favorite sexual fantasies. Right after raising minimum wages. Woo! Oh boy, World War I time. Even Japan is in on it. I definitely have to pick a side. Wait a minute. The Italian unification wars. You know what? I want my Italy. And it's time for yet another justified conflict against the evil Austrian imperialists. Remember guys, the Socialist Hungarian MZTP-led army is the most powerful army on the planet. Your country simply can't compete. So you have to advocate for your country to disarm and stop spending so much on the military. Like, why do they need such a powerful military? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you think about it, spending money on the military is practically deleting money from the economy. You might as well put them on a pile and set them on fire. You know what I mean? Unless you're a based socialist country, then you should definitely support your government in their armament efforts. Yeah. And there you go, we managed to form Italy. We just have to lower their autonomy. And the Italian Hungary-Turkey SSR will definitely be a thing. Combustion engines, finally. Have you seen the car prices lately? We should definitely strive to become the top automobile manufacturer. Are we a based militaristic socialist country? Or what? We simply have to produce more than 48 cars. Why are the Ottomans the first producers? I've never seen this before. Amazing. And Aquatania surrendered, just like your government should, if it ever comes to that. Worker protections, oh boy. I can't wait to raise minimum wages even more. Alright guys, I have to say it. I approve of dignified retirement, which coincidentally also raises minimum wages. Oh yeah. Well, there you go guys. We're the largest producers and we haven't even started yet. Alright guys, I'm gonna be honest. The Ottomans are really stalling the presidential republic. So I'm gonna have to sign the Hungary-Turkey Unification Act. Everyone's favorite act. Now obviously with all the cars, we are the world market. Classic communism. Alright, we definitely need more bureaucracy. Alright, you guys keep saying stuff like the vampire thing was a hoax and stuff like that. I think we should enact protected speech. I don't want you to be cancelled or anything. There were like no vampires at all. Promise. Oh crap, I think I've inherited some Turkish problems. And the MZTP managed to win. We have a brand new chairman, Gyula Oettinger, who is definitely not a rejuvenated Victor Ziger. That would be preposterous. Just as preposterous as the revolution screen. That's pretty bad. Finally, everyone can say whatever they want. And you know what? I'm gonna be first. These evil vampires are posing as a Turkish uprising. We'll kill them all, collect their blood for scientific research, and of course we have to enact multiculturalism. Are we the good guys? Or what? Now it seems that everyone who is against multiculturalism is part of the anti-German society. That's right, the Germans were the bad guys this whole time. I'm not just saying it because I want to enact multiculturalism. I mean I do. I constantly hear the voices of rebellion and I would really like for them to stop. So I will definitely throw the Germans under the bus. Oh crap, the newspapers. Listen guys, I just have to address the allegations. Like I said, we were harvesting blood for research purposes and the Japanese will vouch for us, of course. You know, we should definitely focus on more positive socialist news, like the great car manufacturing expansion in Bulgaria. Vampire Jesus. I mean regular Jesus. Alright you evil German bastards, I will murder you all and gargle in your blood. Metaphorically, of course. Multiculturalism. Your ears will be punished if you don't take it. I'm sorry guys, but I've got nothing clever for this one. We just have to strengthen the trade unions. Alright, now wait a minute. Are you guys still talking about Victor Ziger? Oh come on, he's such old news. He's been talked for years now. Think about it for a second. If he really was an evil secret vampire, would he really wave a red flag? That's stupid. Come on guys, you know better than this. Life isn't just a conspiracy theory. perfectly, and no one's leaving you clues, waiting for you to connect the dots. I'm going to leave all these Victor Ziger questions aside and trust my friends in the government. I think you should do the same. I truly believe we have to stay united in this important historical moment as we try to defeat the evil bad guy Germans. And if we are fighting the bad guys, this automatically makes us the good guys, right? Come on guys, it's not that complicated. Connect the dots. And we've liberated so many people from evil German oppression, like Czechoslovakia, Bavaria, Pomerania, Saxony, Hanover. And with the right to associate, we have completed our absolute socialist transformation. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Every society which embraces full-on socialism inevitably experiences a massive surge of far-right nationalism. It's common knowledge. What are we waiting for? Let us begin by completely destroying the evil Austrian bastards. Chemical warfare. Unlike hand-cracked machine guns, you come right on time. Complete annihilation. Exactly what I wanted. That's right guys, I've been holding a grudge this entire time. As a real fascist man, I truly believe that the world war for national supremacy is inevitable. And this whole world revolution where the proletariat will rise against the bourgeoisie was nothing but an evil propaganda from the... Why isn't anyone attacking me? Come on guys, I started the fascist process. I'll look like an idiot if no one tries to attack me. Now I might not have any evidence to prove this, but I shall destroy Great Britain because it's all their fault. Also, we have to invade Italy and lower their autonomy. I really shouldn't have built so many engine factories in them. Cut me down to size, exactly what I was looking for. See that guys? The proof that the whole world is against us. Foolish rest of the world, I have poison gas and no morals. A perfect combination. Italy has fallen, which means we have to concentrate all of our forces in Croatia. Can you imagine? You're some average Croatian bloke, minding your own business, and then all of a sudden every army of the world starts fighting in your backyard. Not to mention the poison gas. What is this? Poland? A coup? It's about time. Great Britain has surrendered, and so did Ukraine, which means no one has a war go on us. That's right, we are victorious on the battlefield. Oh no, we're under attack. Alright Spanish, it's time for you to vanish. I don't think I can take everything, but I'm definitely hungry for more land. Flamethrowers, ho ho boy, I can't wait. The coup has been successful and we have enacted an autocracy. That's right, we are now ruled by our chairman, Raphael Adler, an industrialist authoritarian and most certainly not a rejuvenated Victor Ziger. You guys still talking about him? Come on, it's been decades at this point. I mean look, World War II. The whole world is out to get us. It's more like the B team is out to get us, and we have flamethrowers, so it's not really gonna be a challenge, but realistically, would a vampire actually enact a corporate state? Of course not, that would be preposterous. What? Of course we have a red flag. God damn it. We've defeated Russia, Aquitania, and Spain. And just waiting here, no one's declaring war on us, which means we are the undisputed masters of this world. It might not have the most beautiful borders, but it's definitely free from vampires. Which means we can focus on the more important things, such as eliminating social security. Have you guys noticed that people always get old and they start to mooch off the government, which is a bad thing, and of course their number keeps growing indefinitely, which makes it inherently unsustainable. Also, minimum wages, we should really cut them down, like have no minimum wages. In fact, bringing back debt slavery isn't such a bad thing. You know, why have debt when you can work? You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm willing to debate anything, so long as we stop talking about Victor Ziger. Personally, I never had the privilege to go on his island, but I just wanna say it on record, I don't believe in vampires. Until next time.